Chapter 3. The First Veton. Amanda had written in her notebook, "Flew to Widge, looking for Vetons. Widgets seem helpful. Setting off now. Quest has begun." Early next morning, they set off on their quest. They walked along the forest path leading north. 2 widgets went with them to act as guides. "What did you say a quest was?" asked Boris. A search for something very special and important," said Scott. When the search party had gone, the widgets left at the camp rolled about laughing. They had hidden a Veton under a rug. Boris had been sitting on it all the time. They put it into a wheelbarrow and trundled off another way. In the Vitacore house, Jenny was feeling cold and cross. "If you don't let me see the book," she told Doris, "we'll never mend the Vitacore." "Take it," snapped Doris. At last, she began to help. They found a short cylinder and a large, flat, circular Veton. They worked out how to fit them together. Even Morris helped. "This is teamwork," grinned Jenny. Then Morris had a thought. "Where's Frog?" Jenny had never seen such a big and hungry caterpillar. She grabbed the book. Had he eaten any more? She and Doris checked. "Is that page all right?" asked Doris. "It's just a bit of dirt," said Jenny as she blew it away. Then she looked again. The page was about finding lost Vetons using a Vita rod. But what was a Vita rod? Doris didn't know. Morris searched in the cupboard and found a strange, folded, golden thing. Then Doris remembered. "It tells you when you're close to a Veton, I think." Morris held it near a Veton, and it started to tremble. "Clever, isn't it?" he smiled. "But it's no use here," cried Jenny. "Did Boris take one with him?" She crossed to the videophone and pressed the button for Gorwin. She had to wait. The videophones were all breaking down, too. She shivered again. Why was the Vitacore house so cold? In the forest, Gorwin stopped to answer his videophone. The widgets guiding them stopped too. But Gorwin didn't see Jenny's face on his screen. He saw these words: "Boris, him, Vita rod, a, with, take, did." "What's that all about?" asked Scott, peering over Gorwin's shoulder. He and Amanda sorted out the words, and Scott wrote down the message in his notebook. "Did Boris take a Vita rod with him?" The screen cleared, then showed more jumbled words. This time they sorted themselves out. "It will help you find the Vetons. Trust it." Boris did have a Vita rod with him. It was in his rucksack. "What good is it in your rucksack?" asked Gorwin. Boris took out the Vita rod. It pointed to a path on their left. Scott wasn't happy. "I say follow the widgets, straight ahead." Gorwin didn't trust the widgets. He did trust the Vita rod. They took the path to the left. The path came out in a gloomy forest clearing. Boris saw a notice board. Danger. Quagmire. He shrugged and marched on, straight into the quagmire.
Help! I'm sinking! Get me out!
He yelled. The quagmire sucked him down. The others ran to help. Scott held out the cricket bat, but it was too short. "It's your bat," called Gorwin to Boris. "Use it." Boris snapped his fingers.
Length, bat, length.
The bat grew longer. Boris held on to one end, and Scott and Amanda pulled him out. What a mess! Boris changed into clean clothes, while the others found a log to put across the quagmire. Scott was puzzled about the notice board. Could the widgets read it? Could he write questions for the widgets to read? Then we wouldn't need Rhodey at all, said Amanda. The tiny mouse got very cross and upset. He ran across the log and away on the other side of the quagmire. They all crossed the log. Two widgets on the other side watched, then ran to the next clearing. Their friends with the wheelbarrow and the Vuitton were resting there. They all jumped up, squeaking, and pushed the Vuitton towards a huge tree. Amanda, Gorwin, and Scott followed the trembling Vita-Rod. They came out into the clearing, but they didn't see the widgets. They did see the tree. It had a door in its trunk. The door was open, and the wheelbarrow with the Vuitton in it was stuck in the doorway.
Over there! Quick!
Yelled Amanda. They ran to the tree, but the wheelbarrow jerked inside, and the door slammed shut.